Go to work and do this one. I'm only gonna be on here for a few minutes because I got a lot of work to finish up in a short period of time to do it. So I'm just going back to the house. And, oh, my phone's vibrating, touching everything up. I then had to pull all the shit away from the walls out of here. Oh no! Oh, you dumbass! Damn it! I then had to pull all this stuff from. I just painted a separate color onto that color. I'm so shit. So what happens when you're in a rush to get done? I'll be over here to take pictures tomorrow. So just trying to at least get everything done that we'll possibly be taking pictures of. And then I will finish the rest of it up before Friday because it is getting shown Friday. Yes, she already has people who are going to be seeing it Friday, even though it technically don't go on the market until tomorrow. So we'll wait till a couple of people get in here and we'll start talking about the Blackscout Bitch. I'm sure y'all seen what he do. He's just a bitch, man. He's fucking retarded. That's what he did. So while I work, I listen to stuff, and I got bored with 700 WLW and uh, iHeartRadio because the channels I listen to on there, they really just want to bitch and complain about Joe Biden, right? Imagine that. So Black Scout Survival. Well, I didn't even know it was him at first, to be honest with you. I called him an idiot long before I knew it was him. What the fuck is that? The fuck? That's weird. Why is there? I guess it's a nail. I can't see. Oh, look at this. It's stain from my garage from running dirt bikes and shit out here. But he made a video and, of course, complaining about the $80 billion in weapons that has been left in Afghanistan and that it was all Joe Biden's fault. Even though Trump had, if it was up to Trump, they would have been out of there months ago. He actually signed a withdrawal, saying they would be out of there by, a couple months ago. And Biden pushed it out to September 11th for virtue signaling status, I guess. But then he wanted to go into talk about all the vets who had lost arms and limbs and are now killing themselves because of this war to fight terrorism. So he's still playing the terrorist game, These were terrorists over here living in caves fighting this invading army, this invading military force. And it wasn't just the U.S., it was a bunch of countries who formed a coalition to go in there and fight the Taliban, right? Damn, everywhere I go, there's noise in my house for some reason. Even when I turn all the noise off, it's weird. But anyway, so he complained about that for a little bit. He's just a fucking idiot, man. Like, you know what? It's just the same shit as always. People complaining that nobody else sees the big picture. Yet they're the one caught inside their little bubble. There's two opposing bubbles, and you're in one or the other. I'm convinced that if you are any of the people that funnel millions of dollars out of your subscriber base, that you're in one of those bubbles and there's just kind of nothing you can do about it, because they all seem to have the same kind of thought process, I guess, or same kind of thoughts on different topics. We went and fought a 2-decade war against an imaginary boogeyman who posed no threat to you ever, not even in the beginning, not even a little bit. 19 Saudis were allegedly on those planes, yet I don't remember anybody going into Saudi Arabia whooping ass or violating people's rights or kicking their doors in or taking their guns. Realistically, the people in Afghanistan right now are far worse off than they was when the U.S. went in, because while we were there, and my cousin was there, and he don't bullshit me. He was like, yeah, we kicking doors. They were allowed to have one long arm But if they had a long arm, we took it because it could be used against us. We took anything that could be used against us. So what happened was the U.S. went in there, took all of their ability to fight the Taliban, because we were there to fight the Taliban, allegedly, or the ISIS, or whoever it was at the time. And now they have no way of fighting. Not only that, but what about all the interpreters that helped you guys out? All you vets that had an interpreter over there that did something that possibly led to saving your life, why ain't you on the fucking first thing smoking to get over there and get that dude out of country? Because what you did is you murdered all those people. That's what you did. With them helping you, and your promise of safety and security to them will now lead to their death. And each and every one of those dudes right now has a big ass target on their back. State Department put out a message telling anybody who's there, who's a U.S. citizen, to shelter in place. So we might come and get you. Shelter in place. Okay. Whatever. I think that, I mean, if this wasn't the plan, in all honesty, Trump wouldn't have gave 50% of power to the Taliban. I mean, less than 2 years ago he did that. Less than 2 years ago he signed the paperwork. Even though he didn't have that power to give, he still did it. Because, you know, the U.S. is the world's big brother. And now that backfires and they decided that 50% of the power wasn't enough, they want all the power, you're fucking surprised? And, like, I'm not knocking the military dude, man, because a lot of them dudes, there's losses the rest of the sheep. All of them are, to be honest with you. If they wasn't, they wouldn't have signed up. But, you know, they swore to uphold an oath to something they have no idea what it says. Then they violate that oath by taking unconstitutional orders. Congress never declared war on the people. Then they play puppet for the elite for a few years, killing off those who are only defending their homeland. They call them some scary name like terrorists, because, you know, that gets everybody hyped up. Just like now, because you're the terrorist now. And that's all they've done is train, you know, spent 2 decades trying to figure out the best way to kill your ass. But whatever's happening to those people over there, every person who fought over there should feel responsible for that. You know, they like Blackscout Survival. The dude really genuinely believes that he's a hero. He really thinks that. Well, when I was in the Marines, yeah, okay, bitch. Talk all that shit you want. You ain't nobody. You know, I've also come to the conclusion that anybody with a large following is, they're number one, their minds are, you can't change their minds. They suffer from confirmation bias, so you will never change their mind. Number two, they're always wrong, because that's why they have a big following. The majority is always wrong. And anything that happens, the majority is normally wrong. There's a few things that the majority won't be wrong, but for the vast majority of the time, they are wrong. But now they're pointing the finger at Joe Biden. At least he is. And Biden didn't do it. Like I said, if it was up to Trump, they was all going to be out of there months ago. So this just happened months ago. If anything, Biden prolonged it from happening. But I don't know, man. I just think that it goes to show you that dudes in caves, living in caves part of the year, in holes, defeated not just the biggest military force on the planet, not the strongest military force on the planet, but all of them, defeated them. Let that sink in. But you'll need F-16s, right? Uh-huh. Okay. Keep on thinking that, Joe Blow. Keep on thinking that, buddy. I think that It I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it. It's pretty disgusting to me, to be honest with you, that people still lie to continue to lie to themselves about these things because they can't ask themselves the simple questions. That's all it really is. It's just, can you ask yourself just some simple questions? And they refuse to do it because asking those questions will lead them to answers that they don't want to answer. You know, who's complaining about the vets who kill themselves? Well, my guess would be, just from talking to some vets that, you know, over time, that a lot of them dudes who are killing themselves figured out what they did. I mean, China came to the U.S. to spread some communism. I guess you would just go along with it, right, Blackscout? You would just go along with it because they said they were doing a good thing. Even though our society has been this way for 240 plus years, since China decided to do it, you wouldn't pick up a rifle because then you would be an insurgent. You would be a terrorist. They'd label you some scary name. Don't be a patriot. Oh my God. The Patriots are coming. The Patriots are coming. Oh, shit. It honestly blows my mind just how people just don't care to think for themselves, man. And the more successful they get, the less able to think that they are. Because like I said, confirmation bias. I have all these people that believe I'm right, so I must be right. Nope. The majority's wrong. It's unreal. Patriot nurse. Somebody sent me a video of hers the other day. Actually, they told me to watch it, so I went and watched it against my better judgment. And I thought the same thing after the video as I thought before the video. She's getting what she wants. All that law enforcement guys that she supported, here they are. They're going to be enforcing all this shit that she claims to be against. And nobody's going to tell her what she can and can't do, or where she can and can't go, how she can and can't go there, what she needs to go there. I bet as soon as the first cop tells her, I bet she listens. Like I said, people won't realize it. They won't see it. You know, these constitutionalists out there, Reed Hendricks, who complains about YouTube censoring, but then goes as far to hire attorneys to censor other people who said nothing but truthful things about them. Jonathan Picone. Yeah, Reed Hendricks hired an attorney to sign it to file to hit Picone with a gag order. Reed Hendricks, the constitutionalist who not only supports but trains cops. James Yeager does the same thing. They're not constitutionalists. They're fucking Tories. They are, in fact, Tories. But they won't see it that way because they're smart, right? Because they got people who follow them, who believe just how they do, who call them a patriot. It blows my mind. I mean, we're coming to, like, I don't want to say we're at end of days because I don't know if that was the truth, or then this would be like the 15th end of days throughout history. But I will say that life as we know is coming into an abrupt frickin' halt. Things will continue to get worse. You will be forced into compliance, or else. You will do as I say, or else. All the guys that you know that got their little tax stamp, yeah, they'll fold. I don't care what they're doing now, they'll fold because they already folded. They couldn't even buy something and hide it because they fear getting into trouble. They fear the consequences of the living free. And anybody who supports the cops, against my also better judgment, I was sent a video from Praise Jesus, send me $1, Joe Fox. He was talking about snitches, and somebody in the comments section, I did another bad thing, went to the comments section And somebody said just to add, drug addicts will be specifically easy to flip as snitches. I said, yeah, because people enjoy drugs more than food. In fact, I think I would trust a drug addict more than the average person. Because at least the drug addict is smart enough to know that in the end, they're not going to let them go. The system's going to do what it does. And if you're on the wrong side of that system, you'd be a whooping cough up. People like me, I've been fucked my whole life. Mostly from my own choosing, but kind of is what it is. God, I got so much shit to do. I don't know. Rough times are coming, people. Better get your whatever you plan on doing. You better get figuring it out. We're way behind too, so don't feel alone. Ain't nobody prepared for what's coming because they've set it up to be that way. Everybody thought they were going to eventually come after the guns. They're not going to come after the guns. Not like everybody thinks anyway. They're going to come after you. Taking your guns is just be a bonus. Easy money. What's up? I trust more drug addicts and felons than I do cops. Oh, fuck yeah. I trust any drug addict or a cop. Hell yeah. No doubt. No doubt about that one. I don't even know where to start. This is ridiculous. Hey, side guy. Silas. Jeez. I need a third hand. Not the welder's tool either. An actual third hand. Dude, cops are just pieces of shit. I mean, they're quite literally no different than the redcoats. People want to pretend that they are, but they're not. I mean, I've still yet to see anybody accept my challenge and tell me one thing that they have an issue with government about that doesn't involve a badge and a gun. The enforcement's always been the problem. I mean, the founders could have killed King George. They could have sent one assassin over there and killed him, but it wouldn't have done anything because somebody else would have stepped up in his place. The enforcement would have continued to happen, which is why they didn't do that. They just said, you know what? We just like to be left alone. And that ain't gonna work. We just like to be left alone. But King George sent his enforcement over. You know, every atrocity in history that has been committed to societies by their government has happened at the hands of law enforcement. Well, that's not our police, freedom. Our police are good guys. Yeah. Okay. You go ahead and keep thinking that. Stay away from me. Ain't got shit for you. Just blows my mind, man. People will not figure it out until it is far too late. Far too late to figure out. Man, I gotta paint all these slats. This sucks. Should have pulled these off to my side and spray painted them is what I should have done. I'll just do that. I don't know. What do y'all think is going to happen? 6-month prediction. 6 months from now, where's this country going to be? Passports and hangings? Or are they just going to, are we going to be kicking in doors by then? What do you think? I think in the next 6 months they will at least have a snitch hotline set up. They probably they probably won't have to pay people. People probably just be snitching the snitch. They'll just be dry snitching. Well, Jimmy ain't got a COVID vaccine. Absolutely dumbfounds me, man. Just stupefied by it. I don't know. I forget what else he talked about. He made a whole long ass video about it, and I was pissed when I was listening to it. I was like, this fucking idiot. He's the problem. There would be no, the COVID shit wouldn't matter without enforcement. Who's going to enforce it? Some dude with a badge. Well, Nick, that's the feds. It's not our local cops. Yeah, okay. That's why the last year you were locked in your damn home. Like you had the damn local bullies looking for you. Because the local cops wasn't doing it, right? Depends on where you were at, I guess. They didn't really do shit around here unless you started cause what they would consider to be a problem at one of the local stores, like we kept doing when we wouldn't wear masks. They kept trying to kick us out, and I kept telling them to kick rocks, and then I would go through all the motions to remedy it. I'd be in contact, the higher ups and managers or whatever, and they would agree with me and say, yeah, you're right, we can't make you do something. And then it would just never work its way back down to the bottom for some reason. I don't know why. But I mean, we all knew it was coming. I mean, we didn't know this was coming, like this way. But we knew, we've known it. We've been talking about this shit for years. If you really look at it. Just, son of a bitch, I need a third hand. Guess I can move that. Oh. Doggy door. Oh man, I just hit freaking wet paint. Son of a bitch. Hate when that happens. Where'd I hit it at? Right yonder. Right yonder. Well, we still got a lot of work to do. We're going to be working until 3 p.m. tomorrow, non-stop here in the house. We're not going to bed tonight. I still have a shitload of stuff to do, man. The problem is there's just shit in the way, so it makes it. If anybody else is going to do this, the first thing I would advise you to do, which we didn't do, is go through everything in your house. If you haven't used it in 6 months, you don't need it. Throw that shit out. Once you get all that shit thrown out, start painting. Start at the ceiling. Wherever you're going to paint, whatever rooms, start at the ceiling. And make sure you know if you got to paint them or not first, because there were some rooms that we were going to paint, but then we decided to paint. Just take your time, get it or done. I think everybody should be seriously considering, if you live in a place like I do, especially you should be probably considering moving. It's only a matter of time. If you think already across the street's going to help you, I think you probably about smoked yourself to death. Is that what they call it? Anyway, dogs are outside. What's this? Oh, shit. What the mess? Yeah, like, I gotta get all this. I still gotta move all this shit tonight. All that. That's all just toys and stuff my kids don't even play with, but they want to keep for some reason. Makes no sense to me, but whatever. So all that's gotta be moved. I was going to put it all in storage, but I don't want to get a storage unit yet because I don't know exactly what our plans are yet. As soon as I know our plans, I won't have a problem getting a storage unit until then, though. Spending that money, pour down. I had to go buy more paint for that. Shit ain't cheap. It ain't cheap, and the money fairy ain't dropping nothing off. Bastard. Oh shit. Let's open this up. What's up, man? Yeah, I think small town America's ideal too, but then the question is small town America where? Which small town in America? There's all kinds of small town Americas. I want to sit you all down for just 1 second. And I think small town America, Ohio is different than small town America, Tennessee. So which small town America are we going to? I don't know, man. I thought I had a good plan in place. I'm not quite sure. For more than anything, is because I don't think people are going to. At one time, I believed that people would You know, if I just did it and made the move, or started doing it and made the move, I believe that people would follow to some degree, at least a few. As of now, there might be a couple that if, you know, we find somewhere, and I don't even need to follow anybody. I don't need anybody to follow me. Fuck, I'll follow you. Just tell me where we're going. I'm not sure that people are as serious, some people anyway, as they claim to be, and then other people have, you know, it's everybody's situation is different, and I get it. But like it's the time for planning and shit's about over with. I mean, it's time for, you need to be moseying on down the road somewhere, because we're not far from these larger corporations, especially. You know, once the large corporations implement a mandatory vaccine in order to be employed by them, how long is it before they mandate the companies that they get their products from also have their employees mandated? Probably not very long, I wouldn't think. And when it comes to, like, you know, these subcontractors for Toyota, right? You think they're going to, when Toyota says, hey, we're not going to buy parts from you if you don't, your people are not vaccinated, what do you think they're going to say? Think they're going to tell them to kick rocks? I doubt it. Very seriously. I could be wrong. I guess that's on you to decide if you work there, maybe. But, and if you're, I hope I am wrong. But I think a time is coming. They're already making us the enemy. We all see it. They're being open about it. It's like the terrorist thing, you know. They called these dudes in this other land terrorists for long enough. We all believed it. I even believed it at one time. You know, they convinced us of that. Our military's over here making us safer. Okay. These dudes, you know, the vets in the last 2 decades really believe that they were over there fighting for your freedom somehow. Like, you owe them some shit. That's why they get your little 10% off at Burger King and things like that. Don't speak for me, buddy. You don't fight for shit for me. The dudes in them caves won't bother me. Like I said, if it was really about terrorism, it was really about anything other than what it was, which was not terrorism. You know, they wouldn't have to put the propaganda machine in place to, just like with this shit. You know, we all see what's going on happening. Yet a lot of people ignore their eyes and their daily lives and insist you do something for the good of the public, for the safety of the public. Well, the public ain't my concern. I can care less about the public. The public can keep its ass indoors if it wants. I ain't stopping from doing that. But it's not about you no more. It's not about the liberty of the individual. It's about the tyranny of the majority. Democracy, as they call it. Ain't that what we're spreading? Going to Afghanistan to spread some democracy? Yep, see how that worked out, didn't you? Now you just created a situation that was way worse than the initial situation. Now they have no way to fight back unless they were smart enough to start jumping the pile of weapons we left before the Taliban got them, or the ISIS, or whoever's over there now. I don't know. Craziness. You know, I mean, the last time we've won a war was when? World War II? The Japanese? I mean, we totally fucked Nam up. Oh no, we had the 3-day war. What was it called? Desert Storm. When we went over there to blow the shit out of Iraq. Just to blow the shit out of it, then rebuild it. Then wait another 2 decades or whatever it was, or decade, to off Saddam Hussein. Coincidentally, after he quit accepting the dollar, when he bailed out on the petrodollar. Kind of odd. Kind of odd. Our economy's gone to shit. Our money's valueless. Your $30,000 today will only buy you $10,000 worth of stuff tomorrow. But the rich don't care about that because they've taken their money and they've placed it in assets that won't be devalued. Gold, land, different kinds of properties. Now you have companies buying up whole city blocks, whole communities, in some cases, to then rent them out because you will own nothing and be happy, right? Well, who's deciding this? Who's the one? Where's that? What's the middle puzzle piece? What's the big piece of the puzzle? Who's making these decisions worldwide? Because they're not just, it's not just one thing. Somebody's making the call. Who is that? Well, I mean, I don't know about you, but every time I start digging into anything that's fishy or has to do with any kind of worldwide or even localized tyranny, old Mr. Rothschild's name seems to want to come up all the time. Hold on a second, guys. My bad. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's how I gotta get in the fridge. I got shit away. Well, scary. Yeah, I know, man. Gates is a dangerous dude. And he's twice as dangerous because he's a psycho and he's got money. But, we should listen to him. He's smart enough that he created Microsoft, so he should be able to give us medical advice. Why don't you call him up and call up Microsoft tomorrow and ask them about peeing sideways, why it burns when you pee, and see what they tell you. Probably the same thing the governor's office would. Sir, we don't give medical advice. No shit. So when you telling people they need to stick something in their body they don't want to stick in their body, then if you're a doctor can't even give you Percocets anymore without having the fear for his license that he went to school for however many years, right? Now you can be a doctor and you ain't got to go to medical school. You just got to get elected into office. Fucking unreal. I don't know. I'm just kind of to the point. Just let me know when it gets lit and I'll have some gas to throw on the fire, you know what I mean? I don't want to see that, but I don't see any other way out of it because you have those who have enough power to give the orders, and then you have those who will definitely follow those orders. They're both scary people. Not scary in the sense that I'm afraid of them, scary in the sense that they're scary people. Prison, they call them scary. When somebody says that you're scary, it means you're afraid. That motherfucker's scary. It means he's afraid. So they are. That's why they come with force. That's why they don't say, "Hey, Jimmy, go kick that door and halt Freedom Inc. down here." No, they send a whole team of goons because they know that way, even if they lose part of that team, it doesn't matter because they got Freedom Inc. anyway. That was all that mattered in that operation. Just I don't know. It's new. I wish I had a solution to all the. Oh, I do have a solution to all the problems, but nobody likes them. Nobody likes my solutions because I'm a libtard. Because I'm anti-cop. No, I'm pro-freedom, dipshit. I'm not anti-anything. I'm anti you trying to control me. But more than that, I'm pro-freedom. Pro-freedom. A default, a byproduct of being pro-freedom is being anti-cop. And even after all the shit I knew, when all this stuff started happening, I was like, man, this is what we need for people to see it. And then they started seeing it. And then out of nowhere, all it took to flip it around was BLM coming out with We need to defund the police. And then it became and I knew within two, I was like, here we go. Polarization. Polarization in full effect. And that's exactly what happened. I just don't get it. But I guess maybe I'm not meant to get it. Maybe there's a reason for it. No, I just will never know. I don't know. Hopefully. I think by the time enough people come to their senses, they'll probably be far too late. It'll probably be far too late to do anything about it. You still that guy saying, call your Republicans, your senators. You're part of the problem. I can't believe that it's being allowed, and yeah, I said it, allowed. What do you think would have happened in 1789 if somebody was talking about jailing people because they didn't do what government said when it came to their own bodies? I think they probably would have had a problem with that. What happened, where this country messed up, a lot of people don't know this, was in 1791. The rebels should have won the Whiskey Rebellion. If they would have won the Whiskey Rebellion, it probably wouldn't have went downhill so fast, but it did. And here we are. I'm painting a door, and you're listening to me go on and ramble on about nothing at all. I've been trying to teach you about your social credit score. Oh yeah, I've been trying to reach you about your social credit score. Yeah, no. And that's coming, man. Like all that shit's coming. People don't want to believe it, but you know, like that's what kills me is there is nothing now that you could tell me that I wouldn't believe. I might not think it's right, true, but to just outright say you're full of shit. I don't do that anymore very often. I mean, it just has to be something that's against my beliefs. But to say something is happening or whatever, and I will, like, there's for an example, the lady that said the other day was talking about Trump's still in office and yada yada blah 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 and all that bullshit. Where's all them people at with this Afghan thing and Blackscout survival? I thought Trump was still in office. What happened to Mike Lindell? I thought Trump was coming back on August the 14th. I mean, like, and these crazies, like I said, Joe Biden could get on stage tonight and say, yep, we stole it. We took it. And not a damn thing the country could do about it because it was certified. Doesn't matter. They could impeach him. That's it. And then Camel Toe Harris would get office. Yeah, you'd be doing real good with old Camel Toe in there, won't you? I bet she'd suck more Peter than any 10 females I know to get where she's at. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. She's a real white piece of shit. No, Jesus Christ, you're getting old. Oh, Peter Puffin Harris. I don't remember if I painted this door. I can't see shit. Nope, I didn't. I can't believe that, in all honesty, that YouTube hasn't shut down more than it has. You'll start seeing channels go though. KB32 got demonetized, as you all know. I texted him. He said he wasn't going to reapply for monetization. And I texted him. I said, you have to reapply for monetization. He said, I'm not doing it. I said, dude, if you don't do it, the problem is now you have that spotlight on you. So your monetization is kind of a bargaining chip in the sense that they might demonetize you, but you're not going to receive a strike and they're not going to take you down. Lose that since they make money from you anyway, even when you're demonetized now, because that's what they do. They put commercials on everybody's shit. And now you'll be receiving strikes. And you will receive back to back strikes. And it's going to be game over. So, I gave up on trying to get him to do a live stream. Ain't going to happen. Black Hunt Survival. He's just a bitch, dude. That dude is the true definition of a bitch. He thinks that because he was a Marine, he's some gangster. And maybe with a rifle he is a gangster. But there's a lot of people who are great with rifles who don't survive the next few years because they don't have the sense God they were born with, because they like the bullshit too much. I remember why I don't do construction work no more now. Oh man, I missed the whole damn door. I know that way why. Because it's never ending, I think. It seems like it goes on and on and on. Maybe not. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just because I've been doing it the way I've been doing it. Oh, shit. I seen this little nifty paintbrush. I actually bought one. I'll go get it and show y'all here in a minute. Hangs on the side of your paint can, which is pretty nifty if you're painting like something, I don't know, maybe a deck or something. I don't know. I just thought it was nifty. What are y'all talking about? I thought that Trump never left. What's this you speak of? Oh, that's what I said. Trump never left. No, Mike Lindell said he was coming back on August the 14th. The Q people, dude, like them people are, man. You know, and here's another thing about this country: we have all these so-called Christians that are afraid, that are scared. And they'll say they're not. They're scared to death to meet their Maker. Yet they are Christians. No, they go to the church of statism, the church of whatever, I don't know. But just, you know, the founders were a lot like those people over in the sandbox we've been fighting for the past few years in a lot of ways. The main reason being that they had heart, number one. Number two, they believed in their God. They truly believed in their God, unlike most people in this country who don't believe in God at all, or if they do believe in God, they don't genuinely believe in a God or God of whatever God. They don't truly believe in it. I mean, I just find it hard to believe that if they did, they would continue to do what they do. And then the numbers with all this stuff don't make any sense whatsoever. Get a different number every day. It was 30% last week. It's 70% last night. I don't know. I don't get it. I think it's going to have to come down to the states, you know, if anything. Maybe one state will pull together, get behind this family. There's some people that are saying it's Missouri. I don't see it. That SAPA bill, I think, has people's minds in the wrong spot. Or SAPA. I was supposed to do a live stream with Patrick a long time ago, but I think he gave up on it too because of why I'm against SAPA. Not only that I'm against it, but there's a lot of people that believe it does something it just doesn't do. You know, you hear people all the time say, well, Missouri came up with this bill that nullifies federal gun law. No, it don't. Don't nullify shit. It makes it so the locals can't help the feds. And I've talked about this before. The feds don't have to use the locals, and they might use them occasionally. For the most part, the feds don't use the locals. That's why they passed the Patriot Act, to keep from having to use the locals. This damn door looks like shit. It's been painted so many times. But I don't care. I just want it sold. I'll take the fucking door down. They don't like it. I can give a new door. This one gone. Christy's in there doing her makeup college right now. I generally hope that she does good with that and she does what she wants to do and start to make something, make something out of it. I don't think anything would make her happier. They said she couldn't film it, that she couldn't record it. Okay, fuck you. $30 a week or whatever it is for 11 weeks. Got me fucked up. Don't think I'm recording that shit all by myself. I want to see what's going to happen. I'm curious what's going to happen with this moratorium, because if this could really, I was just talking to Christy about it before she went on her school thing. I said, I'm just having second doubts about what we're doing. She's like, what do you mean? I said, well, if they don't cancel out this moratorium and eventually make it to where these people are going to owe this money, that means the government is just going to keep this going, which means that the value of the land doesn't drop anytime soon. Which I would think that they would, though, especially with these larger companies buying up all this land. So that's what I'm banking on. If that doesn't happen, I don't know exactly where we're going to be or what we're going to do. It'll be what it is, definitely. It'll be what it is. Well, we got to go buy an acre somewhere. That's what we'll do. But we're not staying here. And that's what the conclusion we came to, is that even if we were homeless somewhere else, it'd be better than being here. I just hate selling the only home my kids have, this is the first house that my kids have had their own bed, their room in. You know what I mean? I hate moving away from that. But that's what's best for them, I think. So that's what we're doing. I think you all should too. I think everybody's just moving away from the cities right now. Should have already been gone. We're behind the curve, I think. Probably by a couple of years at least. I didn't say praise Jesus enough or something. Sell enough coffee. I could have been in. I could have owned my own state by now. 6,000 Patreon members, dude. 6,000 Patreon members. Ain't that crazy? For only $1 a day, you can feed the starving child. Has anybody heard from Dryfire yet? Tried to text him again today. I did text him again today, and I still haven't heard nothing back for the dude. I'm genuinely concerned about him. I'm genuinely getting concerned. I don't understand why he is not replying to anyone. I hope that he is okay. And the only reason I'm really concerned is because of this series of events before I stopped hearing from him. Who knows? Hopefully he's alright. He's taken breaks before, but not like this, where he just wouldn't call anybody back. And he's not, as far as I know, he ain't calling anybody. I haven't been able to get a hold of anyone that he's been able to talk to him. I'll topic just saying, which would you say? I've witnessed a lot of things. The bad part is they're bringing their politics with them. Not good. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, man, is that these people, I mean, look at Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan fled California because of what was going on there, right? And then takes the politics with him. Takes his ideals with him. If you're going to flee a place that turned out being exactly what you wanted it to be at one time, and don't take the hint that your politics is what led to that shit. I think it's a losing battle, man, because there's too many people in the country. We're far overpopulated, and the reason for that is because of the welfare state. People no longer have to worry about what they can afford. You don't have to worry about if you can afford these kids. If you push them out, government will extort somebody else to take care of them for you. or extort somebody else so that you can feed them at least and house them. You know, or you used to have to consider that for having a child. Now you got babies' mamas that got, 6 kids by 5.5 daddies, and it's all on your dime. It's just, this country is nothing compared to what it once was, and it was nothing compared to nothing close to the intent, and no one wants to recognize it, and everybody has their reasoning for how they think it should be, and it's not, what? Stop, hit stop record. Yeah. I'm sorry, my wife's hollering at me from 3 rooms away. I better go talk. Make sure she did it right. Hit stop record and then hit OK. Okay. You hit OK?
Oh no, yeah. I didn't. It just said, do you want to stop recording? I said yes.
What does it say now?
Nothing. It just stopped recording. I'm gonna fucking cigarette.
I'm live.
Man, that was. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. Hurt your potty mouth. I love my wife. She's a bitch, but I love her. I do. People, you guys can make it through anything. Just like that, marriages, man. Back in the day, even today, a lot of people, if they don't get along with their significant other, they bail. They won't even. Not even for the kids. Won't even think about the kids. There's a long period of time Christy and I didn't get along at all. And we never once mentioned divorce. I mean, we were at each other's throats, man. And we never mentioned divorce. And it's I think it might be getting better. I know it's way better than it was. I don't know why I just said I think it might be getting better. It's way better than what it was. But we never mentioned divorce in all that time. Now people are just so... What? Now people are just so quick to throw their family out the window. And it I don't think it's good for children to be raised, even not by single family households, but by, have mom and dad not together. There's not too many people that have. Well, I mean, I guess that's not true. Some people turn out all right, but a lot of people don't. Where they, had mom and stepdad, and then dad and stepmom. And there's always problems because of it, whether it's stepmom's jealous of the kids, stepdad's jealous of the kids. Causes problems between dad and stepdad. But people are just so quick nowadays to divorce. At one time, divorce wasn't an option. Yeah.
That was fun.
What was fun, baby?
Are you still alive?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Right here. What was fun?
We did cream and powder products on top of each other, layering them, and I've never done that before, so it was cool.
So you knew how to do something new?
Huh?
I'm not going to be your practice dummy. I love you, but not that much.
No, I know. But I'm going to practice drawing eyebrows on you. I got to practice.
You're going to practice drawing eyebrows on me?
Not on your face. Just on clean skin somewhere. I don't care if you're watching your phone and I'm doing it on your back.
Can be my balls? Can we tape my balls to my thighs?
No.
Why?
Because
that'd be cool. Eyebrows on my balls? I'll shave them with my mower.
Do what? I gotta see the pictures, you dummy.
That'd be funnier than shit.
Put them on your balls?
Can we do it above my balls and then we can draw eyes on too?
Above them?
Above my wanky. And then draw do eyebrows and eyes and just show them a picture.
Do you see how quick that makeup just come off my face? I had a full face except for eyes. Nope. I just had brows on, no eyes.
Didn't pay a lick of attention. I love you. Didn't pay a bit of attention.
I literally took a little dime size of that balm and put it on my face. It's gone. Gone.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, sorry.
Can we buy 10 tubes of it somewhere?
Back here before I clean up.
What do you think? They're sleeping, both of them.
Well, Did you feed them? They had to
Did I feed them? Traden fed them. Traden made
I
dinner.
know. I told him how to fix it.
Yeah, Traden made dinner tonight. He did a good job.
Good deal. I can't wait to eat it.
We're gonna be up all night. You know that, right?
Yep.
Okay. As soon as I'm done painting this door, I'm probably gonna get off the live stream and go out here and.
He was jealous of kids.
Now I said that even though Kristen, we've had our problems like in any marriage, we've never talked about getting a divorce because it started out with welfare, right? Like so. Before at one time you had to worry about how many kids you had because you had to take care of those kids. And then because of the welfare state, it did away with that, which meant you could have as many kids as you wanted. And the government would extort other people to make sure your kids got fed and housed, right? And then even like today, people are just so quick to get divorced.
Yeah.
They could have a little issue and it's like, fuck you, I'm divorcing your ass. It don't matter if they got kids or not. And then the problem with that becomes
Mr. Dick Nose. Sorry.
It's not Mr. Dick Nose. It's not the kids growing up in a single family household because they had a mom, dad, stepmom or stepdad or whatever. But now you introduce that dad, mom, stepdad, stepmom, and it causes other problems. Stepmom's jealous of kids, stepdad's jealous of kids, stepdad hates dad, so they fight. Dad goes to jail. It's nothing like it was supposed to be in this country. Nothing is how it's supposed to be.
If you got married, it was supposed to be till death do you part.
Right.
No matter what happens.
Right.
Try to work through it. But.
And people don't, we have a nation of Christians who don't believe in God. They say they do, but they don't.
God, let's see what Tuesday said that Carla commented on.
Oh shit. Tuesday Gillum. If you guys don't know, Tuesday Gillum is one of Christy's friends from high school. She was in Antifa when Antifa wasn't cool to be in.
Yeah.
She
was the original.
Yeah, she was one of the original members. She was
literally.
Literally. She was handcuffing herself in barrels in front of banks before Antifa was burning shit to the ground.
Chaining herself to trees. Anyway, it was nothing about tacos, so it wasn't nothing stupid.
Yeah, she's there. She sent a pic. She posted something last week or 2 weeks ago. That door's painted, so leave it open. Painted something a couple weeks ago.
Smoking?
Oh, yeah, you got to shut it then, but I just painted it, so it's probably still tacky.
Well, I'll just open this, I guess. It's cold though.
But things won't smell like cigarette smoke this week.
Mind if I walk out there?
Oh, okay, yeah, walk out there. Then the bugs will come in. She posted a pic for a GoFundMe she started for this homeless lady that's living on her front porch. The homeless lady was living on her front porch, and she started a GoFundMe for her. I'm like, you can't just let her in your house. I mean, like, I get it, but letting her in her house would probably be step one.
You hear me?
What?
Tell TLR, I'm ready to take him up on that.
Kirsty says she's gonna take you up on that.
I just want to might let you practice on her.
Yeah, 2 hours away. You better tell her to get in that car or drive fast.
Well, don't you want to go up there and hang out?
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
Yeah, Zephyr, for real.
Hey, this weekend we might come up and go camping, man, for real, if you don't care, but we have to bring the dogs with us because they're showing the house on Friday and Saturday, I think.
Well, the open house is this weekend.
Yeah, she was like, she's been in Antifa 5 years that I know of, right? At least
5.
that I know of.
She's been in it since she left and went to Florida back in high school.
So when's that? I went to.
I mean, like, she was one of them stinky
early
girls who didn't
2000s?
shave or wash and bathe and all that shit in school. You know what I mean? Like, that was Tuesday.
Can't be friends with the non-bather. Sorry, guys. No.
If she doesn't talk none of that other bullshit.
Yeah, I dealt with her for a whole day.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'd rather deal with her than Christy's fucking sister.
No, that's for real.
Yeah, I would. We did. We took her out shooting and everything.
Oh, I know. And we went trick-or-treating with her and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was because we hadn't seen each other in years since she left for Florida, remember? Mm-hmm. Back during that? And we kept in contact, but
mothballs? Yes.
Her brother, her daughter went to school with Traden, and that's how we even figured out, you know what I mean? That's how we were even met back up again to see each other.
Yeah. It's true. I never knew a grown adult to be jealous of children until I learned as a child. Yeah, like adults can be jealous of children, man. It's some sick shit, but it happens. It's a problem. But the same person that's jealous of a child is the same bastards that want to tell you what to do to you. We also live in a sick society where everything is counterfeited. It's almost impossible to counter. Yeah, it does, man. I think that it's going to get. There's my thumbprint. Anybody wants to copy it? It's right yonder.
Yeah.
You're one hell of a dedicated friend supporter if y'all could convert her. I ain't trying to. Dude, I ain't got time for that shit. I can't convert people that believe that they are patriots.
We tried, but listen, she's with the BLM movement too.
Yeah, she's with the BLM movement shit too. She's fucked up. She's got a.
Did you ever hear back from Liberty? He's leaving at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Did you ever hear back from him?
I texted him a little while ago. He texted me back, and I got to work. I forgot to check my text messages. I know. I know I'm a piece of shit.
We'll tell him to ride by. At least
Hang on a second.
because we're gonna be up.
Hang on, let me see. I gotta check my text for Liberty Windows real quick. Hang on, one back. We gotta get this house done. I'm tired as hell. I can't. Unless you want to do that, I can take a nap while you do that, and then I can put that baseboard in. Yeah, that's a good idea. I want to do that. I'm gonna get off here, guys. I'm gonna take a nap. You all be safe. Have a good night. Move.
Did she answer me on?
If you can't make it where you're at, move.
Huh?
Said if you can't make it where you're at, move. Like you're running out of time to move because there will come a time where you won't be able to. You know what I mean? And if that time comes and you haven't moved, there's probably not going to be a chance of getting you out of there either. We're probably not going to be able to come save you. So, and I know it sounds crazy. It's like crazy talk, but fuck. Did you think they'd be mandating certain things for certain people 2 years ago? Crazy times.